going on, everyone? Gormy here. Today I'm bringing you guys my top 5 favorite tactics from FM21 that I have either tested or used personally, so you guys are going to like this a hell of a lot. So if you guys do happen to enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Also, I'll be linking all the tactics in the Discord that will be linked down below. And also, if you guys like to check me out over on Twitch, you can catch me at twitch.tv/ygormy. I stream Monday through Thursday. Currently off this week, but I will be back next week with a new save, so stay tuned. But yeah, that is it for right now. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so how we're going to go about doing this is going from number 5 down to number 1, being that there are 3 tactic slots. Makes it easier to do it that way. But the first tactic that I will be showing you guys today is the Wrexham Double. It was my first strikerless tactic that I brought to you guys. It's very, very good, and it allowed me to win not only the league in the Vanarama National with Wrexham AFC in the first season with them, but we also won the Build Base FA Trophy, which is basically the lower leagues version of the FA Cup, because they're able to compete in that much easier. So we got 2 trophies in one season with a strikerless tactic, and how I came about using this tactic was I got a red card, and I wasn't able to adapt very well. I didn't know what to do, and I was like, you know what, we're just playing like this, and this is what we did. Ended up working very well. We won the league, got the Build Base Trophy, and 20% of the goals came from the corner set piece that we use with this tactic. So first I will go through how it is played. So the Shadow Striker was left as is. Both wingers have aim crosses at the far post. Ball winning midfielders in the midfield were left as is. Deep line playmaker left as is. Wingbacks, they aim their crosses at center. The no nonsense center back was left as is, and the central defender was left as is as well. And then we have a goalkeeper on defend. We played with a positive mentality. We played fairly narrow, pass into space, overlap on the left and right while playing out from the defense. We would work the ball into the box, shorter passing directness, and a higher tempo. When we were in transition, we had counter press and counter, and we would distribute to the defense. And then out of possession, we would use the offside trap, use tighter marking, more urgent pressing intensity, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and stay on feet. We had a higher line of engagement as well, which you could honestly probably get away with a much higher line of engagement with this tactic. But with these set pieces, we use the elite corner set piece tactic, which is attached to this tactic along with all the others. I'll be linking all this, like I said, down in the Discord below. So if you guys like to check it out, make sure to do so. And you can download all the files or just drag the file into your tactics folder, and it will be right there to use for you. But yeah, the corner set pieces were absolutely incredible, and we had our main center back just absolutely terrorize the league. But that is the first tactic I'm showing you guys. Once again, that is the Wrexham Double. All right, next up we have got the fearsome foursome. The fearsome foursome was a very surprising tactic. I was not sure how it was going to work, but it is absolutely insane. I tested it with Napoli, but I have used it with Man U. They're absolutely incredible. I've used it with Wrexham. They were very good. I used it with Dynamo Moscow. They were very good. I've even had someone use this against me in a fantasy draft with FM21, and they ended up beating me with this tactic. So it is a very, very solid tactic. Now, they've got advanced forward up top on attack, shadow striker on attack, 2 inside forwards on support, ball winning midfielder on defend, deep line playmaker on defend, 2 wing backs on support, and 2 ball playing defenders on defend. The advanced forward had shoot more often on. The inside forwards had aim crosses at center. The shadow striker had shoot more often on as well. The ball winning midfielder had mark tighter. Deep line playmaker also had mark tighter. The wingbacks aimed their crosses at center as well. And the ball playing defenders had mark tighter on as well. Played it with a positive mentality. When we were in possession, fairly narrow, focused the play through the middle and played out from the defense, worked the ball into the box and used low crosses. and there was a higher tempo used. Now in transition, it would counter press and distribute to the defense. Out of possession, use offside trap, tighter marking, more urgent pressing intensity, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and standard lines of engagement. And once again, the set pieces were the elite corner set pieces and elite set piece tactics, which, like I said, link will be in the Discord down below. But with the fearsome foursome, the front four of Napoli, when I tested it, they all had 10 or more goals, which is the key to this tactic. It's why it's called the fearsome foursome. If you can have 4 attackers all getting 10 or more goals for you, you're going to succeed in multiple ways. And also the assist numbers were almost equal to the goal numbers. I believe it was 113 goals and then 102 assists, I believe it was. So very, very close to being equal. And I mean, the tactic is very, very solid. Like I said, it can be used even in an online setting. All right, next up at number 3, we have got the ambush. The ambush is actually made by one of my followers over on Twitch. He used it when he was in Costa Rica, I believe, and then he went to Stade Rennes and still really did very well with them. And we tested it actually with Borussia Dortmund here, and they did very, very well. We also tested it with Schalke and Stuttgart, and all of them did very well. They all exceeded what they were supposed to do. Now, Dortmund did finish in 3rd, I believe, in the test, but they did win multiple trophies. So that is a success in my book. Now, with this tactic, there are 2 advanced forwards on attack. Both of them have take more risks and shoot more often. The shadow striker has shoot more often and roam from position. Then there are 2 wingers on support. They both have aim crosses at center. The Mazzala on support was left as is. The deep line playmaker on defend had marked tighter. Then there were 2 central defenders on defend, which were left as is, and the libero on support was left as is as well. Then the sweeper keeper in net this time was left with just having everything normal. Sweeper keeper on support does take more risks, so keep that in mind. Now the attacking mentality. In possession, standard attacking width, pass into space, overlap on left and right, focus play through the middle, play out from the defense. Now, the overlap comes from the wingers, not the central defenders. It comes from the wingers. They are the ones who overlap. Then we work the ball into the box. Slightly shorter passing directness, dribble less, be more expressive. And transition, counter press and counter, and take short kicks so it could distribute literally anywhere. And then out of possession, standard line of engagement for the attack, higher defensive line, more urgent pressing intensity, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and stay on feet when tackling. And once again, these set pieces were the elite set piece tactics. Now, with this test, Erling Haaland during this test had 63 goals. Absolutely incredible. So if you have an absolute unit up top, such as Erling Haaland, Romelu Lukaku, Robert Lewandowski, or just a very good striker for whatever league you are in, they're going to absolutely dominate. So keep that in mind. And between the 3 teams, there were 293 goals scored. So it is a highly offensive tactic. Keep in mind, with this tactic, you need to have an elite defense, but more often than not, you're going to be scoring enough goals to make sure that you are either in the game or winning most games. All right, so coming in at number 2 is the two-headed dragon. This tactic helped us get promoted from Skybet League 2 into Skybet League 1, and then have a playoff run in our first season in Skybet League 1. It was absolutely phenomenal. We had 102 league goals during that season. We were just absolutely next level with this tactic. Now, the advanced forward and pressing forward both left as is, as you can see. The wingers on attack, you aim the crosses at center. You have a deep line playmaker on defend, left as is. Mazzala on support, left as is. 2 wingbacks on support who also aim their crosses at center. You have a no-nonsense center back on defend, left as is, and a central defender left as is. And then the sweeper keeper on defend was also left as is. Now, we played with a positive mentality with this formation. And when we were in possession, we played fairly narrow, passed into space, focus play down the left and the right, so major wing play. played out from our defense. We worked the ball into the box, had shorter passing directness with an extremely high tempo, and we also dribbled less. Now, in transition, we counterpressed and countered and took short kicks, so it distributed literally everywhere. And then out of possession, we played with a much higher line of engagement, higher defensive line, extremely urgent pressing intensity, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and stay on feet. We played very, very well with this tactic. I absolutely loved it. Used it for a season and a half, and then we had to switch up to the tactic that is at number 1. But I highly, highly recommend this tactic. Like I said, absolutely loved using it. Once again, the set pieces were the elite set piece tactics. So now, without further ado, let's get on to number 1. All right, here we are. Number 1. We have got the Hello There 2.0, which some of you may know as the Hello There Goal Machine. It is the first tactic that I uploaded here on the channel. It is the best tactic that I have used to date. It is a 4-2-3-1. It's absolutely incredible. This is a different version of it that I used more recently. Like I said, it helped us get into the Sky Bet Championship with Wrexham, and we used it our entire first season with Wrexham as well. And it helped us do very, very well until we hit some injuries and we had to switch some stuff up. But this tactic is absolutely elite, and I highly recommend it to everyone out there. Now, with this tactic, originally it was tested with Liverpool. They won a quadruple. They did not win the Champions League, or else it would have been a quintuple. But they won the quadruple in the test that I did, and then we got promoted by finishing in second place with this tactic in Sky Bet League 1, getting to the Sky Bet Championship, and being able to stay up in our first season in the Sky Bet Championship, which was not really easy to do whatsoever, but this tactic made it possible. Now, we have an advanced forward on attack, 2 inside forwards on attack, and an advanced playmaker on attack. We have a deep line playmaker on defend, a center mid on support, and a wing back on support, a fullback on support, and 2 central defenders on defend with a sweeper keeper on defend. Now, the advanced forward on attack, I put shoot more often on. The inside forward on the left, I put pass it shorter, crosses aimed at center, shoot less often, tackle harder. The rest was left as is. Advanced playmaker, get further forward, moving in channels, inside forward on the right, and their crosses at center. The deep line playmaker on defend, dribbled less and tackled harder. The central midfielder on support, dribble more, get further forward, moving in channels, tackle harder. The wing back on support, so the left back was crossing more often, aim the crosses at center, dribble less, and mark the specific position, which was the attacking right midfielder, so the right wing. And then the fullback on support would mark the left wing. They both have the exact same thing on. The only thing that is different is which position they were marking. Now, the central defenders on defend were both left as is, and the sweeper keeper on defend was left as is. We played with an attacking mentality. When we were in possession, fairly wide attacking width, we would pass into space and overlap on the left and the right. Played out from our defense, we worked the ball into the box and used low crosses. We had slightly shorter passing directness and a higher tempo, and we would run at the defense when dribbling. Now, in transition, we would counter press and counter, and then we would distribute to the flanks. Out of possession, we would use the offside trap, had a higher line of engagement for the offense, a standard defensive line. We used tighter marking, more urgent pressing intensity, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, and stayed on feet when tackling. And once again, these set pieces were the elite set piece tactics. So those are my top 5 tactics that I have either used or tested this year in FM21. I will probably have one of these coming out towards the end of the lifespan of FM21 for those of you who will not be getting FM22 but would still like to have some very good tactics for FM21. But yeah, that is going to be it for today. If you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be linking all these in the Discord down below, so make sure to check them out along with the set piece tactics. So all of it will be available to you guys. But yeah, that is it. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.